All right, if you checked out my last G9 II with the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter autofocus test, this one is just a little bit different. This one is actually in the studio. So I've got the G9 II and the Sigma 18 to 35. And on this one, I actually had the Sigma wide open in the studio setting. It was super bright outside when I was shooting on that other video, and so I just wanted to run some tests more in like a controlled studio setting. And also I did toss on the 12 to 35 on the G9 II just so you could see the difference between the different autofocuses between those two lenses. So the G9 II, Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter, these are some studio tests with the autofocus, and then I'll jump into the LUMIX 12 to 35 millimeter so you can kind of see the difference.
Happy, don't stop. Reckless a fool, it's gonna sound like a pop. Small town, city dreams, now life is a scene. Gonna grab your attention, make it rain, make it rain. Grab your attention, make it rain, make it rain. If it smells like mafia, then you better light a match. Cause we roller goes blazing and we leave without a scratch. Who's ready? Who's ready? Come and get it. Who's ready? Who's ready? Come and get it. Look at me now. Look at me now. Check me out. Look at me now. Look at me now. Set of rules, dangerous. New York City set of tools. Going down in Chinatown, Gucci blades, Cartier. Too much Hennessy, got that West Coast fade. The left and right, left and right. Tell me who's that back out of fight? Going down, oh back up, back up. Going down, oh back up, back up. Play your cards right, cause if you wanna fit in, we wanna high with the stakes and it's all that's in. Who's ready? Who's ready? Come and get it. Who's ready? Who's ready? Come and get it. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Check me out. Can I have your attention? Anybody listening? We're gonna paint this town red. Did you hear what I said? Can I have your attention? Anybody listening? We're gonna paint this town red. Did you hear what I said? Look at me now. Look at me now. Check me out. Look at me now. Look at me now. Check me out.
So what I did next is I just took off the human detect on the autofocus with the Sigma 18 to 35, and I just put it on one area. No human detect, just one area smack dab in the middle to see if you could do like product shoots and get some, you know, autofocus with different types of products and things like that. So here is kind of how that played out.
I grew up with low self-esteem. It was me and my mama, just us in the trauma. Hands up if you know what I mean. I see you, I feel you. I want you to know that you're not alone. I know what it's like not to have a home, like walking barefoot up a gravel road. The pain gon' make you unstoppable. Now audible, feel like I live in the end zone. I'm the one leading the drives, the crew riding round in a benzo. Red carpets when we arrive. I'll be in charge of my own fate. Left the excuses behind. Now I'm the illest violinist alive. I took the pain and I thrive, but look at me now. I used to crash on the couch, now I got cash in the bank. Look at me now. She didn't want me me around, now she begging me to stay.
Yeah, that's definitely not great. So I tossed on the LUMIX 12 to 35 just so you could see the difference. And again, this is just that center point, one area, no human detect.
Look at me now, nobody knew who I was, now everyone's screaming my name. Look at me now, I couldn't look at myself, now I see the mirror and say, look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. I wonder if I made you proud. Following dreams like your favorite content creator. I promised my mama I'll make it. That woman the queen. The grind of my father been embedded in me since I was a teen. Mashallah, I mean, that's what they say to me now. What you expect from the boy? I pop on your feed. They all wanna hate on me now. Why you disrespecting the boy? That's just confirmation that I'ma win. The beat getting beat up, I'm violent. I'm smooth like I'm C on the violin. I try, if I fail, I'ma try again. No denying it. I know I was built for this. I would die, I would kill for this. I showed them 1,000 times I'm about this life. I don't know how they still forget. Flew to LA in the big seat. Everything I do is big heat. Everything I do is mesquite. Making big moves, keep them discreet.
Then on the last test, I had the 12 to 35 on the G9ii, and I put it back into human detect full area, just so you could see some talking head with this setup right here. And as you can tell, it's pretty epic.
Boy, that's just confirmation that I'ma win. The beat getting beat up, I'm violent. I'm smooth like I'm C on the violin. I try, if I fail, I'ma try again. No denying it. I know I was built for this. I would die, I would kill for this. I showed them 1,000 times I'm about this life. I don't know how they still forget. Flew to LA in the big seat. Everything I do is big heat. Everything I do is mesquite. Making big moves, keep them discreet. 100 new connections this week. Making flips like a Misty. Eyes stacked up against me. Told them miss me. Mama, look at me now. I used to crash on the couch. Now I got cash in the bank. Look at me now. She didn't want me around. Now she begging me to stay. Look at me now. Nobody knew who I was. Now everyone's screaming my name. Look at me now. I couldn't look at myself. Now I see the mirror and say, look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. I wonder if I made you proud.
All right, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And again, these aren't super scientific tests. These are just kind of like everyday tests, some areas where you might be using it, like, you know, in the studio, talking head, maybe some products, that type of thing. So Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter with the G9ii, is that something that you think you could use? I thought it performed a little bit better outdoors, even with a variable ND on there. But I'm going to be testing the autofocus on the G9ii with a few other lenses. And from what I can tell, even with that LUMIX 12 to 35 millimeter, the autofocus is really fast and really good. So that's pretty exciting to have on a Micro Four Thirds camera, especially a LUMIX Micro Four Thirds camera. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments and we can get a conversation started down there. And if you haven't already seen the outdoor autofocus test, head over to this video right here and you can check it out.